8 months ago, the Achilles was in Auckland for maneuvers. The Pacific Fleet was getting ready to finish off Japan. Today, the Achilles is back again, the only ship in the British Navy to have fought in the first important naval battle of the war and in the last, the Battle of the River Plate and the attack on Truk in June of this year. None have earned a warmer welcome than her fighting men. No sooner has she berthed than the first leave parties come ashore. For children, this is not the return of the Achilles, but the return of someone more important. For their womenfolk, the safe return of their men is the real end of the war. So the Achilles returns. The men of a gallant ship are home. This is the school patrol sign, which in simple language means stop. Before school comes out, 2 senior pupils go out to take post at pedestrian crossings. The prime duty of these boys is to regulate the children more than the traffic. But once the sign is out, motorists are required by law to stop. This system is safer for motorists, children quite enjoy it, mother can feel happier about road crossings near city schools, and everybody's nerves are a lot better. In order to avoid inconveniencing motorists, the patrols watch for a lull in the traffic and then send the children over. Children are carefully instructed to respect the signs. Motorists should do likewise. This is how they wash barrels in a modern brewery. No matter what size the barrel, this ingenious machine cleans every stave both inside and out. They put this glass-bottomed keg on the cleaning line so we can see how the inside is cleaned. In a modern brewery, everything is streamlined. In these beautiful copper kettles, the malt is boiled under careful supervision. Time and temperatures are strictly controlled, for brewing these days is an exact science. Brewing is one of New Zealand's major industries. Before the war, it was the country's 7th biggest. In recent months, much evidence has been given to the Licensing Commission describing the process of beer making. This is what the main brewing room looks like in a large brewery. Here, the hops are added in the final process. Lager beer is matured for 2 months. It's kept at freezing point. From small boys and bottlemen, the bottles find their way back to the brewery. Ahead of them is a thorough cleaning. Machinery makes short work of dirty ones. This industry is mechanized to a high degree. There are machines for every job. To what was once a simple industry has been brought the skill and science of today. This is Torokina, Bougainville Island. Here, Dakota transport planes of the United States and Australian forces have been on the job all day and every day, flying supplies down the coast to the Australian forces in amongst the Japs in the south of the island. A torpedo of petrol comes aboard. The road to the south has been washed out, and all food, fuel, and ammunition has had to go down by air. At the time of the surrender negotiations, the Australians had pushed the Japs back into the northern and southern tips of this Solomon Island. But in the south, a Jap company had got behind them. The supply depot officer receives a request for more supplies. 4 more drops are chalked in for Area N, between the Mobier and Mebo rivers. Packing goods for parachute drops is something new in the packing trade. There are New Zealand products among the rations. Many times a day, the long flash comes from the control tower and the throttle goes forward. Flights down the coast and over the jungle are made at about 200 feet. Coming into the dropping area, there's some rain. More than 5,000 pounds of supplies are ready to go. Down on the ground, Australian soldiers watch their aerial supply line at work. The parachutes are made of calico or hessian, and not as reliable as the life-saving kind. That one opened, but it's up the pole all the same. With 4 planes in continuous operation, 100,000 pounds of supplies can be put down here each day, and a strong force of men maintained. Solomon's natives help collect supplies, and now here come the dry rations. Torpedoes of petrol curve down. A jeep train with armed guard moves off towards forward lines. In this area, small patrols have stood no chance of survival, and with Jap surrender on the way, no chances were taken. Aerial supply has helped the men of the Australian infantry to achieve the final honors on Bougainville.